Zel Boy Army, what is going on? It's your boy Zelonius and my man Ainsley. We're here today with another spicy video. We're going to be looking at FIFA 19 and my thoughts about it. Game's been out a week, I've played around 150 games, got to try the new Rivals game mode, look at some of the new content, some of the new icons. So I'm going to give my opinion about it. To start with, I generally like it quite a lot more than 18. There's a bigger skill gap, some cool new mechanics, I'm finding the game more fun at times. But there are some issues that I wouldn't maybe go as far as game breaking, but if they get patched, it'll be such a better game than 18. We're in for a great year. I'm going to go from the keeper all the way to the attack, and talk about general play, and give my opinion on it. So keepers, they've got more animations this year. The better keepers seem comfortably better like they should be. I like that. I've seen a couple of errors, but they're not too bad on penalties. They always seem to save when they go the right way, which is good. You can move the keeper now, which adds quite a skill gap. I quite enjoy that. I'm liking that. The keepers generally the throws are a bit weird, but sometimes they can be pretty good. Keepers seem to catch a lot more. All around, keepers are going to be hard to ever get perfect. I accept that's not an easy thing to do, but it's generally quite better. And also, because the driven shot's not as good, keepers aren't just getting broken by that every time. The only shot that seems to go in consistently is the finesse, but you can easily move the keeper over if you can anticipate. So keepers I like. Defending, the new 50-50s, tackling seems quite good. Sometimes tackles are a bit iffy, sometimes they get the ball back, but it doesn't seem quite as bad as 18 for this. I like the new tackle animations. Pace, which is a general point, I love the pace bounce this year. I think they've made it perfect. I think it's so realistic to real life. Mbappe off the ball will burn Ramos, but on the ball he's not getting away, and the centre backs with aggression, strength bully these type of players. It just feels very realistic in terms of that. Makes the defending far more skillful. Means you can use a player like Diego Godin, whereas last year Eric Bailly would have been better, which was just stupid. So that makes defending a lot more balanced. Probably the main issue for me with defending is crossing's quite hard to defend just because it doesn't always switch. But crossing's not that overpowered, it doesn't work that often, but sometimes it can be quite frustrating. The AI is quite strong on defending, but once the shooting issues that I get to are fixed, I think it'll probably be alright. Now that I've adjusted to the game a bit, I'm learning how to break it down a lot more, so yeah, it's quite good. Midfield, you can play Modric, Kroos, or a Vieira. It seems a lot more balanced. The best passers with really good passing stats really seem to matter. I think that's something they've done really well, along with the pace. The balance on that's perfect. For years, Bakayoko would have been more useful than a player like Busquets or Kroos. We can really feel the influence they have on the game now. I think they're really strong. So I love that you can use these passes now. The pace bounce in general, coming back to that, seems really good. Because the passing stat's so useful, it just makes the game a lot more fun in my opinion, because there's a lot more variety. You don't just have to go for these three physical meta midfielders. The meta now seems a lot different in the sense that there's just a lot more variety, which I really like. So the midfield battle seems a lot better. The pressing, which again is kind of an overall point, but a lot of it's in the midfield, just feels so much stronger this year, but in a good way. Sometimes when rivals can be a bit delayed, it's quite hard to get out the press, which can be a bit frustrating. But the pressing and keeping the ball seems an actual real battle this year. That takes a lot of skill, so I really like that. It feels like now if someone's trying to time waste and you're good at pressing, you can come back, which is a lot better. I was 3-0 down in a Rivals game yesterday against a very good player, managed to bring it back 3-0, so had a really good half of pressing. 3-0 down in another, ended up being 3-2 but to the opponent, but he said the press second half was really hard, and when I've been holding on to a lead, you can physically see how tough it can be. But it's good. It's how it is in real life when you're trying to hold on to a lead, that you can't just switch it. So it's so much better than 18 in that regards. I really like it. Attacking, the attacking AI doesn't seem quite as strong as the defending AI, which can be frustrating at times. But you do notice the movement stat. Like I've got Prime Van Basten, who's got like 96 movement. You really do feel how strong they can be in terms of that. In terms of shooting, the finesse shot I really like. It's predictable though, because it's only on a certain angle and you can save it with a skill gap, so that's good. Timed finishing, I'm not sure yet if it's a bit more gimmicky or if it's needed. Sometimes it feels good though, to be honest, when you score a worldie because you've perfectly timed it. That does feel good. At the moment, the driven shots do lobs quite a bit, and the power shots doing side foots fairly bit, so These bugs, inconsistencies are very frustrating. You can miss chances that you shouldn't do. I can't see why these won't get patched soon though. And once those get patched, I think the shooting will be near enough spot on. The main issue with shooting, I say, is volleys and bicycle kicks are just way too strong. You can score bicycle kicks from absolutely crazy angles, which is a bit unrealistic. But it's not happening to the point that it's horrible. But it does happen at times where you're just thinking, how on earth's that gone in? So yeah, the general balance of the game though feels a lot better than other years. The Rivals gameplay. Rivals as a mode I absolutely love. The fact that I'm playing pros and top 100 players every game, I love that matchmaking. It's really good content. People on stream are enjoying it. But that's how it should be. I've said for years it should be a ladder system. You should be playing the best players consistently. It's hard work. And it's sweaty and it's draining playing so often against top players. But it's what FIFA should be about in my opinion. Top level gameplay. The Rivals gameplay though is a bit inconsistent. Sometimes it can be quite delayed at times, which is very frustrating. Maybe when the game gets launched, servers will be a bit better for that. But it's very promising with this gameplay. If they can fix the shooting glitches and make the servers a little bit better, I think it'll be really good. Draft, similar to last year. The new icons seem quite good. There's a lot more mix of players you can use this year, and for the most part, I'm finding it frustrating a bit at times trying to adjust and get used to it, but I'm getting better at the game. I went on quite a good run in Rivals last night. I managed to make Division 2, which I don't think too many people are in. The main thing I wanted was a skill gap, and I can definitely see that this year, and the game's definitely improving, which I like. So going forwards, I think the game's in a really good place. Just needs to fix some of these issues, like the shooting ones mainly, and we're in for a good year, boys. If you've got any comments, any questions, any disagreements, if you agree on some of the points I made, please let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.